Flipping tyres is something that comes part and parcel with the sport of powerlifting. The grueling strength training is key to making sure a powerlifter can push their body to its limits. Mathew le Roux puts himself through this demanding workout every day in order to deadlift over 300 kilograms. The 24-year-old admits he got into the sport for possibly the wrong reasons, but has no regrets.
Like any other teenager who wants to look good for the girls type thing, and then quickly realized that I was more stronger than I am good looking. So that played a good part, as well as my coach, who's actually a world champion powerlifter from Durban. She discovered that I was actually quite strong, and we just ran with it and ended up excelling.
Le Roux competes in the 105 kilogram weight division and says that weight to power ratio is crucial in the sport and is aiming to lift even heavier weights in order to compete with the best in the world.
Generally, you should be happy with a 3 times body weight deadlift, and then anywhere between a 2.5 and a 3 times body weight squat. And if you're looking for a 2 times body weight bench press, then you should be proud. I'm still struggling on that.
The man born in Windhoek but educated in Zimbabwe says the sport has a long way to go in South Africa, especially as it is difficult to compete against the more traditional sports when it comes to getting the sponsors to back him.
There's not enough exposure. People seem to think that to be a powerlifter or a strongman, you've got to be overweight and just be, but it's furthest thing from the truth. A lot of the powerlifters I know from South Africa are very lean, or just actually very light, and we can only go so far, and maybe a bit more backing from some big corporate sponsors or something like that. But we need to get the word out there that this is a good team. It's a good sport. It's actually quite fun, and it's nice to just push yourself.
The powerfully talented Le Roux, who competed in powerlifting world championships in Las Vegas earlier this year, is aiming to compete in Serbia next year. He believes anyone can do powerlifting if they put their mind to it.
Just train. Just keep your head strong. That's one of the biggest things. As strong as you want to be, you also have to be very strong in your head. A lot of the times, you might think that you can't do it without even knowing that you actually can. So just be headstrong more than anything else.
It's a catch-22 situation for athletes like Mathew le Roux. They need the recognition in order to lure the sponsors, but they need the sponsors in order to compete at the highest level to get the recognition, especially when you're competing against the likes of rugby, cricket and football, the traditional sports of South Africa. It is a mammoth task, but it is something definitely achievable if he continues to take the sport to new heights while competing overseas. CS du Plessis, CCTV, Johannesburg.